Thank you very much, Your Excellency, President of COP, Excellency, heads of state and governments. This record attendance of 150 heads of states and governments to this international conference in Paris is not only reflective of the importance of the subject we're discussing here, but also is a statement of our solidarity with the people of Paris. This gathering sends a statement to those who seek to attack us that we shall not be cowed by their violence. Statements made on this stage this morning have been very powerful and give me much hope that we will come away from Paris with an effective consensus. Here in Paris, we shall decide on the future of our planet, President Hollande said this morning. This is a pivotal moment and history is calling, said Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. As we gather here in Paris, one can only regret the decades that have passed in which we did nothing but argue whether climate change was really happening or not. Now we know better. We probably are at a tipping point already. In my country, the effects of climate change are beginning to manifest. Several years of erratic rainfall are affecting agricultural production. Reduced rainfall volumes have also affected electricity generation from our main hydroelectric power dam on the Volta River. This has made us seek thermal generation based on fossil fuels and liquid natural gas. We've lost 7 million hectares of rainforest over the last half-century and currently have just a little over 1 million hectares of natural rainforest left. As part of climate change mitigation, we intend to convert more of our people from the use of fuel wood for cooking and provide them with cooking gas in order to slow down the phenomenon of deforestation currently affecting the savanna and Sahelian regions of West Africa. Newly discovered reserves of gas offshore Ghana will enable us to phase out the use of crude oil and petroleum for the production of power by the year 2020. Ghana supports strongly the project of the Green Wall of the Sahara and Sahel initiatives. We hope that this will establish an effective barrier to slow down the steady southward drift of the Sahara Desert. China has achieved the historical feat of raising the largest number of people out of poverty in the shortest time. Many more people in Africa, parts of Southeast Asia, and South America still live in extreme poverty. What is the development model for raising these people out of poverty without further upsetting the fragile balance of our ecosystems? As far as I know, no planet has as yet been discovered that is habitable for human life except our Earth. So the question we must ask is, how many more Earths would we need to sustain the lifestyle we deem as modern and developed? The current high consumption of Western-style societies cannot be the model that countries like ours in the developing world must follow. We must accept, as emerging countries, that while we urge the developed world to turn around and reduce emissions, we must at the same time realize that we cannot tread on the same path to development that they did. In my country, Ghana, we've been pondering on our options. We've been seriously considering which strategies would be the most viable, which strategies would realistically create change for us. Through these discussions, what comes to light is that in our society, the very concept of development is different than that in other societies. We must model our development on clean energy. Ghana has submitted its intended nationally determined contribution, INDC, on our climate change strategy and is determined to achieve ambitious cuts in greenhouse gas emissions. Ghana seeks an agreement here in Paris that is binding, that is measurable, and that will be respected by all. This Paris meeting is a make or break for saving our planet and preserving it as a sustainable home for the human race. I wish to assure the people of the world that we, their leaders, will take up the moral challenge. We shall respond to the call of history. We shall make a difference. We shall save our planet Earth. Thank you very much.